The champagne flute shattered against the marble floor, sending shards skittering across the room like accusations. I stood there frozen, as Jamie's words hung in the air. Ivy, I've loved you since college, not him. My fiancé, Mark, turned pale, his smile crumbling as the entire party, family, friends, colleagues, fell into stunned silence, the weight of her confession ripping through the facade of my perfect life. I couldn't breathe. The engagement party at my parents' sprawling house in suburban Chicago was supposed to be a celebration, not a detonation. Jamie, my best friend from Northwestern University, had pulled me aside into the study, her eyes wild with desperation. We'd been inseparable back then, sharing late-night study sessions that turned into confessions about dreams and fears. But now, 10 years later, with my ring sparkling under the chandelier lights, she chose this moment to upend everything. Why now? I whispered, my voice barely audible over the murmur of guests outside the door. She grabbed my hands, her grip tight as if afraid I'd vanish. Because I can't watch you marry him. It's killing me, Ivy. Remember those nights in the dorm? The way we talked about the future, about being true to ourselves? I was too scared then, but I'm not anymore. Her words stirred memories I'd buried deep. Stolen glances, lingering touches that I dismissed as friendship. But society, family, my conservative parents who beamed at Mark, the successful lawyer from a good family, had steered me toward this path. Safety. Normalcy. Now Jamie's truth threatened to unravel it all. As the door burst open, my mother stormed in, her face a mask of fury. What is going on here? She demanded, eyeing our clasped hands. Mark followed, his confusion turning to anger. The room spun. I pulled away from Jamie, my heart pounding. How could she do this? The party was for me and Mark, a union that promised stability, children. The American dream my immigrant parents had sacrificed for. But Jamie's eyes pleaded for understanding, forcing me to confront the lie I'd been living. That night, after the guests left in awkward whispers, I lay awake in my childhood bedroom, Mark sleeping fitfully on the couch downstairs. My phone buzzed with a text from Jamie. I'm sorry, but I had to. Meet me tomorrow. I deleted it, but the seed was planted. Doubt crept in like fog over Lake Michigan. Was my engagement a choice or a cage? The next morning, I called in sick to work. My job as a marketing executive at a downtown firm could wait, and drove to Jamie's apartment in Wrigleyville. She opened the door, looking wrecked, dark circles under her eyes. Ivy, save it, I snapped, pushing past her. The place was a mess, papers strewn everywhere, evidence of her freelance writing gigs. We sat on the couch, the same one where we'd binge-watched shows years ago. You ruined everything. Mark's furious. My parents think you're unstable. Why couldn't you keep this to yourself? Jamie leaned forward, her voice steady despite the tears. Because it's not just about me. You've been hiding too. Remember sophomore year, when you dated that guy, Tom, but spent all your time with me? Or how you avoided family holidays because they kept asking about boyfriends? She was right. I'd always felt different, but in a family where my father's church community dictated norms, being gay wasn't an option. It was a sin of failure. We talked for hours unraveling the past. Jamie confessed she dated women secretly after college, but fear of rejection kept her silent about us. I thought if I waited, you'd figure it out on your own. But I hadn't. I'd chosen Mark because he was kind, reliable, everything my parents approved of. Now the engagement ring felt heavy, a symbol of compromise. By evening, as the sun set over the city, I made a decision. I need time, I told her. But inside, turmoil brewed. Calling off the wedding would devastate my family. My mother had already planned the venue, the guest list. And Mark, he didn't deserve this. Yet, ignoring Jamie's confession meant betraying myself. The drive home was agony, each mile a step toward confrontation. At dinner, my parents grilled me. That girl is trouble, my father said, his accent thick from years in Vietnam before emigrating. Focus on Mark. He's good for you. I nodded, but my mind raced. That night, I dreamed of Jamie, of what could have been. Waking up, I knew the shockwave from her words was just beginning. The choices ahead would cost me dearly. Family bonds, social standing, perhaps my job in a conservative firm. But staying silent? That price was my soul. The following week blurred into a series of tense encounters. Mark confronted me at our shared apartment in Lincoln Park. His usually calm demeanor cracked. "Is there truth to what Jamie said?" he asked, pacing the living room. I hesitated, the words sticking in my throat. "I don't know," I admitted finally. His face fell, and he left for his parents' house, saying he needed space. The emptiness echoed my inner chaos. I threw myself into work, but concentration eluded me. During a team meeting, my boss noticed my distraction. "Everything okay, Ivy? The campaign launch is next month." I forced a smile, but inside questions swirled. Was I gay? Had I always known? Memories flooded back. High school crushes on girls dismissed as admiration. The discomfort in relationships with men. Jamie had ignited a fire I couldn't extinguish. Desperate for clarity, I met Jamie at a quiet cafe in Andersonville, a neighborhood known for its LGBTQ+ community. She looked hopeful, stirring her coffee nervously. "Have you thought about it?" she asked. I nodded. "All the time. But my family. They disown me." Jamie reached across the table. "Mine did at first. My parents are from the South, Bible Belt strict. When I came out after college, they cut me off for a year. It hurt, but I survived." Her story resonated. She'd rebuilt, found a support network in Chicago's queer scene. "You don't have to lose everything," she said. But I wasn't so sure. My parents had poured their dreams into me. The first in the family to graduate college, to land a corporate job. Coming out would shatter that illusion. That evening I visited my parents. My mother was baking, the kitchen filled with the scent of apple pie. A comfort food from my childhood. "Sweetie, about the party," she began. I cut her off. "Mom, what if Mark isn't right for me?" She froze. "Don't be silly. He's perfect." But her eyes held worry. My father joined us, sensing tension. "Ivyandra, marriage is commitment, not fleeting feelings." His words stung, echoing the doctrine he'd instilled. Family first, tradition above all. I left feeling trapped. Back home I scrolled through old photos, me and Jamie at graduation, arms linked, smiles genuine. A text from Mark arrived. "We need to talk." We met at a park bench overlooking the lake. "If you love her, tell me," he said, voice breaking. Tears welled up. It's not that simple. But it was. Deep down I knew. Mark deserved honesty, but giving it meant hurting him. "I'm sorry," I whispered. He stood, walking away without another word. The betrayal in his eyes haunted me. Jamie called later. "What happened?" I recounted the conversation, my voice trembling. "I think I ended it." Silence then. "Come over." At her place we talked until dawn. She shared her own struggles. Lost jobs due to discrimination. Friends who turned away. "Society isn't kind to us," she said. "But living authentically? That's freedom." Her words inspired, but fear lingered. What if my family reacted worse? The next day, I confided in a coworker, Sarah, who was openly lesbian. "It's terrifying," she admitted over lunch. "But you're not alone." She invited me to a support group. Attending felt surreal. Women sharing stories of rejection and resilience. One woman's tale of losing custody battles due to her orientation chilled me. Was that my future? Tensions escalated when my mother called. Mark's mother phoned. "What's going on?" I evaded, but she pressed. "Is it that Jamie? She's influencing you." The accusation ignited anger. "Maybe she's right for me," I blurted. Silence. "Then don't say that. Think of your future." Hanging up, I felt the rift widening. Jamie was my anchor, but pursuing her meant war with my world. As days passed, small acts of rebellion emerged. I skipped church with my parents, citing work. I researched LGBTQ+ rights, learning about workplace protections in Illinois' small comforts. But the moral quandary gnawed. Was loving Jamie wrong? Society said yes in subtle ways, media portrayals, political debates. Yet, in my heart it felt right. The price of truth was mounting. Each decision a step toward isolation or liberation. Weeks turned into a pressure cooker. Jamie and I grew closer, meeting secretly like fugitives. A stolen kiss in her car after dinner sent sparks through me, confirming what I'd denied. "This is real," she murmured. But reality intruded. My parents invited me for dinner, ambushing me with Mark. "We can fix this," he said, pleading. My mother added, "Think of the children you'd have." The assumption stabbed. Heteronormative expectations I'd internalized. I stormed out, driving aimlessly through the city lights. At a bar in Boys Town, I sat alone, nursing a drink. A woman approached, flirting casually. Panic rose, I wasn't ready. Fleeing, I called Jamie. "I can't do this." She calmed me. One step at a time. But steps led to cliffs. Work became a battleground. Rumors spread after Mark's friend, a colleague, hinted at our breakup. My boss pulled me aside. Personal issues affecting performance? I denied, but deliverables slipped. Promotion chances faded, the corporate ladder slippery for unstable employees. Society's judgment loomed. Being out could mean lost opportunities. Family pressure intensified. My sister Lynn visited from New York. "Mom's worried sick," she said. "Is it true about Jamie?" I confessed partially. Lynn hugged me. "I support you, but Dad. He's old school." Her words offered solace, but division hurt. That night, I dreamed of my parents' immigration story. Fleeing hardship for opportunity. Betraying their vision felt like treason. Jamie pushed for commitment. "We can't hide forever." We attended a pride event discreetly. The vibrant crowd exhilarating yet terrifying. Seeing couples unapologetic stirred envy. But a news alert buzzed. Anti-LGBTQ+ legislation in other states. Fear gripped me. What if Illinois changed? Confrontation peaked at a family gathering. My aunt, visiting from California, probed. "No wedding plans?" Tensions boiled. My father exploded when I defended Jamie. "No daughter of mine will live in sin." He cited scripture, his face red. My mother cried. "Think of our community." I left in tears, the door slamming like a finality. Alone in my apartment, I weighed options. Ending things with Jamie would restore peace, but at what cost? Self-erasure. Pursuing her meant potential disownment. Moral dilemmas swirled. Duty to family versus personal happiness. Society amplified the conflict. Media stories of estranged queer kids. Jamie arrived, holding me as I sobbed. "We'll face it together." Her strength bolstered mine, but doubt lingered. The next day I sought therapy, a neutral space to unpack. The counselor validated my feelings. Coming out is a process. Sessions revealed suppressed emotions, the toll of living inauthentically. But betrayal struck. Mark Hurt told my parents everything. A frantic call. "How could you?" my mother wailed. "You're breaking our hearts." Guilt crushed me. Had I chosen wrong? Jamie comforted, but her own scars reopened. Memories of her family's rejection. "It gets better," she promised. Yet the damage was done. Relationships fractured, the price of authenticity steep. As high tensions mounted, I made a bold move. Inviting Jamie to meet Lynn. Support from my sister was a lifeline, but the broader war raged. Each decision extracted a pound of flesh. Lost trust, emotional exhaustion. The story's climax loomed. Choices irreversible. Months in, the fallout deepened. My parents issued an ultimatum. Choose us or her. Dinner at their house turned hostile. "You're confused," my father insisted. "Therapy will fix it." His words echoed conversion therapy horrors I'd read about. I refused, leaving amid shouts. The drive back, rain pounding the windshield, mirrored my turmoil. Jamie and I moved in together. A small apartment in Edgewater. It felt like defiance, but joy mingled with pain. Waking beside her brought peace, yet phone calls from family stung. My mother left voicemails. "Come home, we miss you." Ignoring them tore at me. Society's gaze followed. Stares at holding hands, whispers at work events. Professional repercussions hit. A client, conservative, pulled out after hearing rumors. My boss demoted me subtly, assigning menial tasks. "Prove your focus," he said. Discrimination veiled as performance issues. Jamie faced similar. Her writing gigs dried up from bigoted editors. We supported each other, but financial strain added pressure. Moral conflicts arose in unexpected ways. At a friend's wedding, I envied the straight ease. Why can't we have that? I asked Jamie. She sighed. We can, but fight for it. Debates ensued. Should we marry despite opposition? Adoption dreams clashed with legal hurdles in some states. Betrayal came from within our circle. A mutual friend, Kara, outed us to more people, claiming concern. Hurt deepened. Why? I confronted her. You deserve better, she said, masking homophobia. Trust eroded, isolation grew. Jamie's response. We build our own family. Therapy continued, uncovering childhood pressures. My parents' expectations stemmed from their struggles, wanting security for me. Understanding bred empathy but not forgiveness. I wrote a letter pouring out my truth. I love Jamie. Please accept me. Mailed it, heart racing. Response. Silence, then a visit from my father. Alone on my doorstep, he looked aged. This isn't you, he said. Debate followed, scripture versus love. God made me this way, I argued. He left unmoved, but the crack showed. Progress? Or illusion? Jamie's past resurfaced. An ex contacted, stirring jealousy. She's trouble, I said. Jamie reassured, but insecurity festered. Our relationship tested. Arguments over commitment, fears of abandonment. Are we worth the pain? I asked one night. Tears flowed. Yes, she affirmed. Reconciliation strengthened us, but scars remained. Social awakening broadened. We volunteered at an LGBTQ+ center, hearing stories of youth disowned, homeless. Perspective shifted, the personal became political. We fight for them, Jamie said. Activism ignited purpose, but risks loomed, public exposure. As climax built, a family emergency forced confrontation. My mother fell ill, hospitalized. Rushing to her side, I faced my father. She's here for you, he said grudgingly, allowing Jamie in. Tense vigil, emotions raw. Recovery sparked tentative talks. I don't understand, but I love you, my mother whispered. Hope flickered, but the journey's toll was evident, years of damage, uncertain healing. Healing was nonlinear. My mother's illness bridged gaps, but resentment lingered. Family dinners resumed, awkward with Jamie present. My father avoided eye contact, my mother forced politeness. Give it time, Jamie encouraged. But time revealed deeper wounds. Work stabilized after I confronted my boss, citing anti-discrimination laws. A promotion followed, but trust was broken. Colleagues whispered, alliances shifted. Society's progress felt superficial. Pride parades contrasted with daily microaggressions. Personal growth accelerated. I came out publicly on social media. Posts garnering support and hate. Trolls attacked, but allies rallied. Jamie's pride in me warmed, yet vulnerability scared. What if it backfires? I worried. It did. Distant relatives cut ties, echoing family divides. Moral quandaries persisted. Attending church with parents, I challenged sermons on traditional marriage. Love is love, I said post-service. Debate ensued, my father defensive. You're challenging our faith. The clash. Personal ethics versus familial doctrine. Whose right prevailed? Betrayal struck again. Mark, moving on, spread rumors in shared circles. She cheated emotionally. Hurt resurfaced. Confronting him. You deserved better, but so did I. Closure eluded, grudges festered. Jamie supported, but her own family reconciliation stalled. Calls unanswered. Our relationship deepened amid trials. Vacations to San Francisco, immersing in queer culture, rejuvenated. This could be us, Jamie said at a wedding. Proposal dreams stirred, but reality checked. Legal yes, social no. A turning point, my sister's wedding. Inviting Jamie as my +1 defied norms. Family tensions peaked, whispers, stares. My father pulled me aside. Not here. Defiance rose. She's part of me. Standoff ended in reluctant acceptance. A small victory. But damage accumulated. Therapy revealed PTSD-like symptoms from rejection, anxiety, insomnia. Jamie struggled too, past traumas resurfacing. We pay the price daily, she admitted. Support groups helped, bonds formed with others navigating similar paths. Awakening broadened to advocacy. We spoke at events, sharing our story. Impact hit when a teen thanked us. You give me hope. Purpose outweighed pain but exhaustion mounted. Is it worth it? I questioned. Jamie's answer. For us, yes. As narrative crested, a final confrontation loomed. My parents hosted a holiday dinner, insisting on attendance. Jamie and I arrived braced. Conversations flowed tentatively, breakthroughs amid discomfort. My father admitted, I fear for you in this world. Vulnerability cracked walls. Healing began, but the journey's cost, emotional, relational, was irreversible. Choices defined us, debates on right and wrong eternal. Years blended, scars fading but present. Jamie and I married in a small ceremony at City Hall, friends as witnesses. My parents attended reluctantly, a milestone of progress. I'm trying, my father said, hugging me stiffly. Joy mixed with sorrow. Absent relatives, lingering judgments. Life normalized in fits. Careers rebounded. I switched firms to an inclusive one. Jamie's writing flourished in queer publications. Society evolved, laws protected, attitudes shifted, but backlash persisted. Political shifts threatened rights, vigilance required. Family bonds mended slowly. Holidays included Jamie. Conversations deepened. My mother shared regrets. We wanted safety for you. Understanding grew, forgiveness tentative. But the price paid. Years lost to conflict, emotional tolls. Personal reflections haunted. Had I chosen differently, would happiness differ? Mark remarried, seemingly content. Envy flickered, but authenticity prevailed. Jamie's love anchored, our home a sanctuary. Moral debates continued in quiet moments. Society's role in personal choices, pressure to conform versus freedom. We mentored youth, emphasizing self-worth. Your truth matters, we said. Impact rippled, but individual costs weighed heavy. A pivotal moment. My niece came out seeking advice. How did you survive? Guiding her echoed our struggles, cycle breaking. Pride swelled, validation of sacrifices. Yet doubts lingered. In arguments, old wounds reopened. Was the pain necessary? Jamie pondered. Reconciliation. It shaped us stronger. Growth from adversity, but at what ethical cost? Forcing family evolution versus sparing pain. As life progressed, we adopted a child, navigating biases in the system. Joy immense, challenges real, school prejudices, societal stares. Protection fierce, lessons from our past. Reflecting on the journey, from that shattering confession to hard-won peace, the transformation's profound. Betrayals forged resilience, damages taught empathy. But the core question remained, sparking endless debate. In the pursuit of true love against societal norms, do the ends justify the means of heartbreak and division inflicted on those we hold dear?